Everyone, hope everyone's doing well today. So basically, I did some experiments trying to determine the difference between how surface porosity and particle size can affect our thermal infrared spectral features. So they show up very similarly in a lot of our spectra of the lunar surface or even lab spectra. So what we tried to do here is actually disentangle the effects of both of those. So to do that, we used pure olivine, and olivine has been used in laboratory experiments for decades. So the structure is very well known. So we thought it was like a good candidate for this study. So you can see here, we basically created 3 different packing styles. So we had a packed one where we actually compressed it, a leveled one where we poured it kind of gently into the sample cup and just pulled it across so it was a relatively leveled surface. Then we created a way to actually deposit some of this particular olivine into the sample cup so it had a lot of empty space between the grains. Then we took 5 different particle size distributions, one of which was all fine, so less than 45 microns in diameter. And then we actually duplicated 4 different particle size distributions that we found on the lunar surface from the Mare, the Highlands, and mature and immature versions of both of those. So that gives us 15 different samples, 3 different packing styles, 5 different particle size distributions. And then we actually took microscopic images of the surface, which you can see of these over here. This is just a select few of those. And then we actually binarized those images. So we broke each image into dark pixels and bright pixels. And from there, we're able to basically estimate the surface porosity, which we have this table here. We also measured the bulk porosity of these samples, and just to make sure we didn't have anything wild and not matching up with each other. We then took thermal infrared spectra of all of these samples. You can see some of the spectra here. And from this, we were basically able to look and see how certain spectral features, we were measuring 7 of them, how they shifted in wave number space, and how they changed in depth or slope or area, and see if those changed with, say, just particle size changes or just surface porosity changes. And we tracked some of those locations here. And basically what we realized and what we had originally expected was that surface porosity and particle size are very difficult to disentangle. However, the location of the transparency feature, which is this feature here in all of these, actually only shifts with surface porosity and not particle size. So that's something that can be investigated in later experiments and see if we can actually use that to help determine mineralogy on the lunar surface. If you'd like to hear more about that, come see my talk.